Good morning. It's Transformative Tuesday today. It's February the 3rd today. And yesterday we talked a little bit about resistance and, you know, how it affects our lives. And I did touch on very slightly about our subconscious mind power. Well, trust me, after this hypnotherapy that I qualified in hypnotherapy in 2004, but it wasn't clinical, and what I'm doing now is clinical. So next month I'll have qualified. But what I will say is, I've always known from being very young that, you know, our subconscious mind power is basically our genie, our controller in life. And what we have to do is make it work for us, because the subconscious mind just doesn't judge. It doesn't know if it's right for you. You know, you could be asking for something or you could be commanding something and it may not be right for you, but it can't judge. It doesn't judge. So what I would say is, you know, this week we're going to look at taking back your own power. Now, the way to explain your subconscious mind is, if you imagine that you had a room totally filled, top to bottom, rammed with filing cabinets. That's what your subconscious mind is. Every single thing that you've ever experienced is held within your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind just isn't in the back of your mind. It's throughout the body. You know, this is how disease comes about, purely and simply because, you know, emotions that are stored, not processed, and we just keep pushing that cork down, you know, keep pushing it down, thinking it's, you know, I don't need to deal with this. You do, if you've got emotions that you've not dealt with. But we'll talk about that at a later date. But anyway, excuse me. What we need to think about is, you know, if you think about, say for instance, you've thought about a song and you couldn't remember who sang it or what it was called, and weeks later you might be walking down the street and suddenly you think, I remember now. And that was because, purely and simply because that was a question to your subconscious mind. You posed a question: who sang that song? Now, it might take 30 seconds if it's within the critical mind, which is, you know, easily accessible. But if it's deep in the subconscious, it's got to keep digging till it finds it. So when you pose a question to your subconscious mind, it will make it happen. It will draw on every universal law within the universe to make it happen. So my tip of the day to you is, when you are wanting something or you are wanting to achieve something, pose it as a question. So if you are looking for a new job, when am I going to get my new job? When is my new job going to come along? If you're looking for a woman in your life, when is the woman of my dreams going to turn up? Why isn't she here yet? Pose these questions, ask questions, make your subconscious mind power work for you. And by doing this, you are taking back your control of your life. So that's my tip of the day. It probably sounds quite as though, you know, I haven't given you very much today, but trust me, I have. It is your subconscious mind power that controls your life. So if you keep getting more and more of the same, if things keep happening to you continuously, change your thoughts. It's like anything in life. If you want something different, if you want to change your life, you've got to do something different, haven't you? You can't just sit and expect something to happen, you know, because for every positive action, there's going to be a positive reaction. For every negative action, there's going to be a negative reaction. It's the law of cause and effect. You know, that's as it is. We can't do anything about it. That, you know, just like the law of gravity is real, the law of cause and effect is real too. So my tip would be to you today, start to look, excuse me, think about what you really want to have in your life. You know, and we're so good, aren't we, at, sorry, I'm looking at the time. We're so good at knowing what we don't want in life. You know, it's so much there in the critical mind because we access it. Those are the thoughts we think the most. You know, whereas if you can start thinking about the things that you do want in your life, trust me, if you could for 30 days, take 21 days to change a habit, 30 days to form a new one. So for 31 days, if you could say whatever it is that you're wanting with a question of why or when or how, I think you'd start to see the little trails of breadcrumbs. I think you'd see the universe offering you signs, serendipity moments, things like that. So my advice to you is, if you can, I'd do that. I would literally start posing it as a question, and see how you go. But get out of your own way as well. You know, most of the time, the only limitations that are placed on you is the ones that you put on yourself, are the ones you should put on yourself, I should say. You know, so get out your own way. Start thinking about what you do want rather than what you don't. Pose it as a question to your subconscious mind, and then just watch the magic happen. And that's my tip of the day. So I hope that you have an amazing day today, and start working with your mind power. Get out your own way and have a great day. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye.